Hi, everyone. My name is Cezar Williams, and I am the producing artistic director of the Fire This Time Festival. And welcome to the Fireside Chat featuring season 17 playwright Teniia Micazia Brown, whose play Everything But will be featured as part of our 10-minute festival at this year, which will be at the world famous Apollo Theater, January 23rd through January 31st. Teniia, welcome to the Fireside Chat. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
We are so lucky and honored to have your play, your beautiful play, Everything But, in the festival. What inspired you to write this play?
Whew, okay, so my inspiration came from an actual real lived experience. It was a lived experience that I kind of dove into, and because it was like so repetitive, I was like, this needs to be dissected. I need to understand what's going on, and it was almost like therapeutic writing it. So once I like finished it, I was like, okay, this chapter is now over. I got it all out of me. So yeah.
Wonderful. But maybe we should also tell the audience a little bit about the play. Tell us about Everything But.
Okay. Everything but shortly written. It is about a couple who participates in today's dating culture. Some call it hookup culture. Others say it's like a little bit deeper than that. I would also say that it's deeper than just like a hookup culture, only because of who I am as a person. I do everything kind of deeply, but I do practice certain things whenever I'm unsure. I say me because that's basically the character, one of the characters in there, and yeah, it's just a conversation about like confusion, with no real answer,
Hmm.
uh, and the cycle that it creates as you keep doing it and not understanding and just never coming to that full on, okay, this is what it is and this is what it isn't.
It is a uniquely modern play. I mean, I feel like it really, really speaks to this moment in time in our culture and our interactions in this kind of digital age and this age where labels are both super important.
Okay.
You know, we want to be called what we want to be called and recognized for what we are, and then at the same time avoid it.
Mhm.
So
But no one really understands why the avoidance, or maybe they do understand, but they still want people to work around it. It's almost like calling out your trauma and wanting everyone to go around it instead of going through it yourself.
yeah,
That
yeah,
makes sense.
it does. No, no, I've been kind of grappling with this concept of discomfort. Does it have value? And if so, what is the value of discomfort?
Mhm.
I've been,
I do want to touch point on
yeah.
that really quick. I think the value of discomfort is that it is comforting in its own way
Mm,
because you know what you're getting from it. And once you change that feeling, it's like, am I going to feel even worse? Is it a different kind of discomfort, or am I going to get better? Or yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's the cycle. It's the cycle.
is there anything that you would like the audience to walk away with after seeing your play or to learn from your play?
I would say I would want them to walk away with, which is a little confusing because with me, I don't really have any like complete resolution to what was happening in the play in my real life. Um, just with the idea that maybe cycles could break if you gave enough work and you have the right people. Or maybe the cycle needs to be played out over and over again. But a conversation always needs to be had. And maybe leaving a door open, which in the end of the play, I kind of leave the door open
Mhm.
for maybe a further conversation between the both of them. Um, but if it doesn't happen, it's like you just have to be content with what happens in the end. Maybe you never see them again, and maybe that's better for you. Or maybe you do see them again, and that's why you left that window and that door open so that you guys can come back. If that makes sense.
It does. It's
I keep saying if it makes sense, but I'm like, I don't know.
no, I think it does because I think there's possibility no matter what. There's
Hmm. Hmm.
purpose no matter what. And I think very often art, and in this case your play, allows us to take real life scenarios and frame them in a way that gives us hope no matter what. What were some of your earlier theater memories?
Me and my sisters, we actually formed a group when we were younger. It's so funny because people would ask us to do like performances in like churches and birthday parties and stuff, and we really thought we were like pop stars. Like you couldn't even, but I would do it for a Trinity church that we went to, like Easter Sunday, or like it'll be like a random like, oh, it's the pastor's birthday, we have to do it big. So those would be my earliest ones, maybe in like when I was like, I want to say like 5. We created this group called the Brown Girl Swag. And it was so fun because my dad was our manager, and they're like, oh, you have to get through us. And we would post videos on YouTube. And as soon as I got to high school is whenever I joined so many different things that were performance related, because I felt like I was really good at just public speaking. I thought it was just public speaking because I'm like, oh, hey guys, my name is da, 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 and this is the, you know? So we kind of coined it as that instead of calling it theater or performance
Mm-hmm.
for a very, very long time. From there, just constantly being called, hey, Teniia, can you do this? Or for this class, can you like introduce da da da? And I'm there. Literally, I was so busy in high school. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know why I could not sit still. I could not, but it served me well. It serves me well. No, I developed a love for theater when I was like looking at plays. I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Or I want to be in a movie. How
Yes.
do I do that? School came. I, thought I could college came when I went to Coastal Carolina University. And at first, yep, Sean's up. But so I joined the theater, and it helped and hurt in a lot of different ways, but then I molded it in my own little world to fit me exactly the way I needed it to fit me. And here we are.
How did you discover writing was one of your many talents?
I think I always knew I liked writing. Only because when I was growing up, I would do a lot of paper. I would sign up to do the papers. They're like, "Oh, for the project, you can do this or you can write." And I'm like, "So can I do both?" And then whenever I was given this opportunity, I don't know. I developed a sort of I don't know how to say imposter syndrome without fully saying it's imposter syndrome. I'm like, ugh, like I don't know. I know who I am, but I don't know. First, I was like, I don't think everybody knows that I like doing this, or that I feel like I'm good at it. So when I wrote for this and I actually won, I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I am pretty good.
Yes, I mean it was a lot of plays that were submitted, and so to be selected for the Fight This Time Festival is a definite honor. So
Yeah,
you should definitely feel
thank
good
you.
about it. Like it's a very personal story, but it's also universal in that I think, uh, like I said before, in this culture nowadays, we're all kind of unsure.
Mhm.
Things feel deep, but are they deep? This feels important. Is it important? Am I the only one that's thinking about this? Is everybody thinking about this? Is
Mhm.
it just
Mhm.
my bubble? Is it just in my timeline? Is it in this other
Exactly.
person's timeline? So I think with this play, and I think your writing in general, your artistry in general, I think you're finding a very nice space for yourself.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
If you had a time machine and you could go back and speak to little Tania, part of Brown Girl Swag. What was the name of the group again?
Yes, brown girl
Brown Girl
swag.
Swag. What would you tell her?
She always thought that she was doing something weird and wrong and she shouldn't probe anything. Not to say that my family is like they don't tell me things, but there's like these big potholes of like you're wondering like where am I from and what are we doing this for? Why do we do this all the time? And I would always feel really bad for asking the questions. I'm like, oh man, like they just made a really nice dinner for Thanksgiving. why am I asking, why do we celebrate Thanksgiving? You know, like I think I would tell her to not stop, like, just keep asking the questions, keep asking, like, it's not going to hurt anything. And if you don't have the answer, it doesn't mean that there is no answer.
Mm-hmm.
That if you're not happy doing it, then why are you doing it? Or not even happy, like if you don't feel something from doing it,
Yeah.
then why are you doing it? So I think those are the things I would tell her.
Exactly. That's great. Be fulfilled, little T. Be fulfilled.
Yeah.
If folks wanted to read your Substack or follow you online, what is the best way for them to do that?
Right now, I would say it's through Instagram,
Mhm.
only because that's where my hub is going to be at. I'm going to put everything on there and then release it. It's like, I don't know, like dropping an album or something.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I think on there, people can find just like lists of websites. You can find me on like LinkedIn. I'm starting to LinkedIn.
Yep.
Yeah, I got that. Just recently, I was freelancing for an indie production company, well, indie film production company,
Mhm.
based in Myrtle Beach. It was like small little projects, and did a little internship for them. And yeah, and then I write. So, and I do my best to share what's happening in the world, websites to help people all on one little area. Cause I'm like, I don't want it just to be about my writing or just about me looking really pretty. Um, I just want everyone to see who I am. This is what you're getting, and this is how you can help the world because I want to be a reflection of the world. Like,
Yes. Yeah, well, that's wonderful. Well, Teniia, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us today on the Fireside Chat. I want to thank everyone who took time out of their busy schedule to watch it. I ask you to please come support Teniia and the other five playwrights who are in the festival. The Fire This Time Festival this year will be at the Apollo Theater, January 23rd through January 31st. Thank you, everyone, and everyone have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
thank you.